I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Week in Review. This is where we go through all the reviews we did over the past week and tell you what we think of them here. And then you can see links in the description to see and watch the full review. Not a ton of them this past week, but there's some. Let's talk about them.
Hey everybody, Z Garcia here. So last week we put out a new talking tower discussing how to call your game collection. Check that out. And then I reviewed Deep Madness and a couple of other boxes that tie into that base game. So Deep Madness, I rate this a 7.5 out of 10. It's a solid co-op game, an extremely punishing co-op game, and one that's steeped in, dark overtones. It's a very mature game in many ways, but it is an interesting co-op game. It's one where mechanically I found it to be very streamlined. It certainly emphasizes cooperation. The graphic design is a little hard to tell apart some of the monsters, and I do wish that the printing had been a little more user-friendly. But overall, I thought it was a great game. Besides that, I took a look at the Endless Nightmares pack for Deep Madness. This has some basically extra content. I rate this a very solid 7 out of 10. It is, more content, more scenarios, more monsters, more hero characters, and a few upgrade parts for that original game. And then I also looked at Uncounted Horrors, which is sort of a catch-all Kickstarter box, which has, again, more monsters, more heroes, a few more upgrade components, some really cool ones in there. And again, this is a solid 7 out of 10 for me. Overall, it's a very fun game. If you enjoy the theme and this is the kind of co-op you're looking for and you don't mind, again, being thoroughly bombarded with difficulty, then I think it's a really fantastic game. Really enjoyed it. So that's it for me. I will see you all on the next one.
Oh, right, and from me, so first of all, I gave a 7 to Boomerang, which is a small draft and write game where you're drafting cards and using the information on those cards to fill out a little map of Australia. It's a pretty neat game. I like drafting a lot, so this one was a good one. Ya Blew It, which is a game about dynamite, and it's called Ya Blew It, which is a name I like, and you roll dynamite dice, which I like. It's a little push your luck game, very, very light, but fun production. Nemesis. Now this one is not a game that I'm going to want to play all the time because it's big, it's hard, it's a theme that's not a huge theme for me, and there's some semi-co-op elements I don't like. Despite all that, amazing production, extremely thematic, and a lot of fun involved in this. So it's kind of this interesting dynamic. I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy it. Anchors Away, my boys. This is Anchors Away is kind of a very light Galaxy Trucker style game where you're turning over tiles, and then you have these ship cards out there and trying to meet the goals on these ship cards to get resources and things like that. Really neat game. The Quacks of Quedlinburg. Finally, I got to play this Kennerspiel winning game. It's a push your luck and pool building game where you're pulling chips from a bag. I love this game. It's a lot of fun. Biggest problem, the components aren't as high quality as I want them to be. The chips are getting dirty and stuff, but other than that, just really cool. The chips are going to be different in each game. I've had a lot of fun each time I've played it. Quacks of Quedlinburg. The King's Guild. This one came out of nowhere for me. I didn't know much about it, but I really like this game. It is a splendor killer for me. An excellent game. I gave it 8.5 where you're pulling, where you're taking resources and using resources to fulfill items for people on quests and also buying more buildings and people. Just an overall cool thing that comes together. A lot of fun. Highly recommend it. And then my game of the week, for sure, 9.5. I love this game, Vindication. I played it so many times. Vindication, a Euro game, really. Cubes for other cube-style game, but the theme is really cool, where you're this, you are a wretched scumbag, and you are thrown off a ship, land on an island, someone rescues you, and then you need to vindicate yourself. A quick, fast, very fulfilling, cool component game. I love it. Also, last week, I went over some of the best stuff of 2018. I did my whole top 100 of 2018. I also talked about my top 10 family games, top 10 small games, top 10 expansions, and then me, Sam, and Z did our top 10 gaming experiences. So lots of stuff came out from last week. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and this has been Week in Review on the Dice Tower.